Okay, here we go. Well, how you doing, Kelly? Everything's all good here. Just before we have a look at the fuel tank, just thought I'd let you know what I did with the issue that I had with um, uh, the right hand switchgear stroke twist grip. If you remember, going back a while, let's see it on here. There we are. The throttle cable. This was the same. This was what how the bike was, and you thought that maybe it was off the wrong bike, but I'm not sure because I did actually manage to find one. I think it came from. I think it was the Philippines, but it could have been somewhere like that. To manage to find the correct throttle cable, which I needed to replace. But if you remember, I had broken the white piece, the little white connecting piece, which is at the end of the cable there. So yeah, found that. The other one's just on the bench over there. But I then had the issue with the cable had nowhere to come, or to exit, shall I say, from the switch. And what I actually did was I found that I could actually just drill, I don't show it very well, but hopefully here, just drilled a fairly neat hole in the bottom for the throttle to escape. So the switchgear cable to escape from. So there we are. So that's in place. So quite happy with that way that's worked out. Actually, it's quite neat. So fairly certain. Don't think it's possibly the correct throttle grip because I've got this gap. But I think that's something I'm going to have to live with because it is pushed fully on. But it doesn't look too bad. So I think I'm happy with that. Okay, onto the fuel tank. So of course I've got two because I've got the one that came with the bike, and if you remember, it has been repainted, and my belief is that is because the tank was dented. So it's been filled and painted rather than re-chromed, but I think it's pretty well about correct. I've also got the replacement that came with the bike, waiting to be chromed in the to be done pile, and don't think there's any indications on there particularly, but the bottom half has been painted with in exactly the same place as the other one. So I'll give you some dimensions that we've got here. So hopefully this will work out okay. So going from working above the fuel tap and going from the this is the edge of the what do you call it, metal bracket that secures the rubber pad. Going down there, I've got about it's about 1 inch in imperial, 24-25 mil in metric down to the bottom edge. Coming to the back, I think this is where it actually joins up here, because that is pretty well the same as on that one, pretty identical. So it comes right to the back there. So I'm not sure if that's any use really at all. Turning to this tank, I'll just have to turn it to its side again. So again, trying to video and hold something is very difficult. So coming down from the recess there for the tank, or just about on the edge of the tank, down to the line. That's it. I'll go for the centre of the badge, and that gives me a distance of 32 millimeters. It's not showing it very clearly on here. Coming from the centre of the eye, that's the centre of the screw hole at the back, and that is a distance of 34 millimeters. I can't see it on your video very well, and again it's very difficult because it's very rolly. I'm certainly struggling with this. Okay, oh, I've got that one there. Yeah, coming pretty well straight down on that one. That's about 47 millimeters. So I'll check the back end again. I'm not sure, just make sure I've just got that wrong. Check again there. So that's the center of the screw, back down, keeping in touch with the tank about 55 millimeters, probably. So that's what I got this side. We'll go from the edge of the fuel rim. So the top edge is touching the tank there. It's a shame we haven't got better light, really. It's not showing it very well, but anyway. And that's a distance of 24 millimeters. About 24 I've got there, something like that. Coming down here, just showing you, and hopefully you can see there's a slight on the edge on the tank. There's yeah, it's pretty well the same on both tanks, I think. We've got a raised edge, which then as it comes to the curve, sort of disappears about here. I don't know whether that video is showing it. It's about there. So I'll give you a measurement from there down to here. So from the edge of the paint, where the actual paint starts, to there, that is a distance of 3.5, 3 3/4 inches actually. Do that in millimeters. Again, the same, trying to measure it. 95 millimeters. So that's 95. So that's from that point there to the start of the paint here. Right, going for the width that we've got here. So we'll measure it. I think we see I'm measuring that there, Kelly. So going across, keeping the rule flat, we've got a width of 100 millimeters. Measure the other side, again the same. Slightly wider there. That's about 102, 103 millimeters. I'm going to come back a point now. I'm going to come back 3 inches to here and measure it across at a 3-inch point, which is there. And that is a width of 95. I'm then going to come back to a point of, let's say, 6 inches. So I'm coming back 6 inches here. That measurement is now 100 and I think that's about 102. Coming right to the bottom, so the rule is now touching the seam at the bottom there, and that is 129. Across the top that way, across the width here, we've got a width of 132. So that's pretty odd, just where it disappears around the corner. So I'm now going to turn the tank around to check this side. So this is now the right hand side of the tank, I believe. So measuring down from the from here on this one. So from the center hole of the screw to the edge of the tank, this is the rearmost screw on the right hand side. We've got a distance of 54. The front screw measuring down, we've got a distance of 47. Yeah, about 47. And then going from the top edge of the tank, just on the right hand side again, to the start of the paint, and that is about 23, I think, about 23 millimeters. So hopefully, Kelly, that's giving you enough to be going on. And you can see this, remember, this is the tank is in poor condition, not original, and this paint has crazed quite badly. Haven't got any paint on the top of this tank to guide you with at all, really. So it has been completely rubbed down and in primer, awaiting paint. Chroming and painting. So just having a look on the inside. Can't see anything on the inside, really. So yeah, so hopefully that's as much good help as I want. So hopefully that's going to be useful. Oh, just one measurement that I could do there that may be useful. I'm not sure whether I gave you this one, but we'll try. We'll go across here. So this is the front of the tank, either side of the recess, with the rule held flat, not bending it round, and that's a width of 107 millimeters. So hopefully that's okay. I'll get it posted and hope you're keeping well and coping with the current chaos. Things here we're still locked down, but our restrictions aren't as tough as some countries. We are still allowed to go outside. We're allowed to take exercise once a day, which we've been doing, and we still go out for obviously food and whatever. But it's all the businesses are pretty well closed down, so not a lot going on. And of course, it's very difficult, just like it is over on your side of the pond. But anyway, hope you're okay, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Okay, bye.